on a new adventure.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today we are checking out some REN, man. My boy REN dropped, man. He finally dropped a project. It's called REN Vincent's Tale Sunflowers Prologue. So I believe this is the big project that he was working on, because I follow him on a couple of the socials, so I know that I saw that like he was working on a big project he's been working on for it's been a couple months. I feel like it might have even been a year, maybe not. I don't know. Time's flies by now that I'm older. So, but anyways, I know he's been working on this project for a while now. He's kind of been talking about it. I believe, or I'm guessing, this is the project that he was been working on this entire time, and he's finally able to release it, because I know he had a couple issues flare up, like autoimmune issues and everything, and he ended up in the hospital, I believe, if I remember correctly as well, from reading some of his socials and reading a couple of your guys' comments on some of my REN reactions. So I believe that this must mean that he has finally finished with that project, possibly. So I'm excited to check this out, because you guys already know, man, I am one of the biggest REN fans, man. I believe he is a true artist at heart, man, and I've talked about this in almost every REN reaction I've done. You can go check out all of them, but REN to me isn't the definition of what an artist is. An artist is someone to me who does more than just rap or sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have true artistry in what they're doing, and he has that in everything, man. In the music itself, in the lyrics that he's writing, man, the way that he sings or raps them, because he can do both, and the video and the production behind what he does, man. Every video he has such a meaning behind it. It reminds me a ton of, like, and I know I'm a huge anime guy, so I'm going to refer back to anime, but it reminds me a lot of Attack on Titan, where Attack on Titan, to me, it's my favorite anime of all time. It's like every scene is impactful, and it means something. And that's what it is with REN, dude. It's like every time he drops a video or he does a scene and stuff like this, it always has a meaning, and there's always an impact behind it. So I'm excited to check this thing out, guys. I'm excited for you guys to join me. If you haven't already, man, consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. We're super close to 4,000 subs, so help me push over that 4,000 sub mark, guys. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to read real fast here, because I'm looking at this comment that REN pinned on this video. So I'm going to read this real fast before we start the video. So this one was a real labor of love. As some of you will know, it wasn't easy creating these, as halfway through the process I had a huge health crash and had to go to Mexico for a stem cell transplant. During one of the shoots for these episodes, I had an autoimmune flare that left me temporarily blind in one eye. But with a lot of rest and recovery and various treatments, I was finally able to come back and finish them, and we're finally here. Sorry. So it does sound like he said these as in like there's multiple. So it sounds like maybe there is multiple videos onto this, because this does say that it is a prologue. So that's awesome that we're going to have multiple videos. I'm going to continue to read. Creating these tales allows me to be creative in ways that merges my favorite parts of film and music, and I'm so excited to share this next installment with you. Again, that's why I talked about him being an artist, man. He views things from the videography side, but he also views it from the music side. The first installment is a prologue, which sets the scene for the first chapter of the story to be told on the 31st of this month. Okay, so we got 14 days until the next chapter or the next installment happens, okay? Make sure to follow the Instagram at REN Makes Music. So if you guys aren't following Instagram for REN, make sure you guys follow that, as we will be telling the story through multiple mediums and really pushing the envelope of creativity and the confines of where music can sit. I love bringing these stories and characters to life in the most immersive ways, and Tales is such a fun space to do that. For parts of this will be back to the old bardcore style of some of you have come to know from me, and also taking it to some more unusual places too. Really proud of what we've made here. For everyone who is new, go check out the Tales of Jenny and Screech, which I've done reactions on both of those on the channel. You can check those out and get familiar with the previous story, and also search for Screech's Tale Instagram stories, as well as Violet's Tale Instagram stories on YouTube, to check out the immersive world we built while we are releasing them. It feels good to be back, baby. And let me just say this, man, it feels good to have you back, REN, man. Appreciate everything you do for the space, and for YouTube reactors and YouTube and music and videography and all that stuff, man. Absolutely love REN. Appreciate everything that he does, man. So with all that, we're going to jump into this, man. We're going to check out this prologue and see what it's all about, guys. So we got REN, Vincent's Tale, Sunflowers Prologue. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. Let's get it, baby.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition
the tale
after a
of Jenny
violent
and Screech.
altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shade.
Is this Vincent here rolling a joint?
The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Dude, there's probably not ever going to be a good spot to stop this, but we got to stop and just talk real fast about what we've seen so far. So, like I said, I'm assuming this is Vincent, right? He's over here rolling a joint, and he's watching the news of Jenny and Screech's tale on the TV while this is happening. So, let's talk about a little bit about the music and stuff, right? So he kind of made a line where he was talking about, hey, the flowers will die without the rain to keep them fed, essentially, right? To keep them watered. And then I love the scene that we're looking at here now, where you're looking literally at flowers that are burning on fire because of, obviously flowers dry out and they die if they don't get water and they don't get taken care of. And you literally see here, which is like probably a very hardcore version of what that would look like, right? Because it's drying it out. Obviously the fire dries it out. It's on fire and they're literally dead flowers. Right. But I liked that kind of that tie-in where he was talking about that. Now you've got a visual with that. And then let's talk a little bit more about the music, man. What is, I don't know how I would want to describe it, like jazz-esque beat that we've got going here. Absolutely love it, dude. Those of you guys who don't know, I played trumpet when I was in high school and middle school. So I'm a big band guy, man. Absolutely loved playing the trumpet. Unfortunately, I lost my trumpet and it broke, and I've never actually played it. It's been a long time since I played it. But anyways, enough about me. But like I said, I'm a big trumpet guy, and you can hear, I can't tell if that's a trumpet or a trombone, but I believe it's a trumpet because the trumpet has more of like that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that sharpness or that I don't know what the right word is. So I'm going to stick with sharpness. That sharpness where you can kind of hear it. But that definitely sounds like a trumpet to me. So we'll back it up just a little bit to where that beat drops right there. Also, you see it in a moment here, too. I like how he's got that inflection on his voice, like he gets loud before the beat starts.
Shaky ground carries me.
Right here.
Rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
That's definitely got to be a trumpet. Got a guitar here,
what
too.
a terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down in the
Also, I have to comment on that too. That part where he says that and we all fall down reminds me a ton of the nursery rhyme. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. That's kind of what that reminds me of a little bit. And I know that that's got a little bit of a darker tale to it than, what, like when we were kids, we were led to believe, right? Because we always viewed it as like, I don't know, we always saw it as like a dance or whatnot. Because, you do this, you ring around the rosy, usually in the circle, right? Ashes, ashes, we all fall down, and then everyone falls. But obviously, like I said, it's got a darker side to that. But that kind of reminds me of that a little bit too, where the sound of this kind of has like an impactful like sound, and it sounds like I don't want to say like a nursery rhyme because it's got that jazz-esque, but you get what I'm saying. Like it sounds exciting. It sounds like it catches your ear, this sound that he's presenting with it. But then he's talking about, what he's talking about is obviously not something that you're like, oh, hey, this is like, oh yeah, let's jam out to this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about real stuff in this. And I love that. Also, he brought up the grass, right? The grass, when we're planting the seeds in spots, we are trying to plant the grass. We're not growing any grass, right? But then the grass grows in all these unknown places. And I think that's kind of just a shout out to like the corporate world and man's impact on the world in a way, because of, right, like we've done so much damage to the world that the world itself is showing that we can take that it can grow this grass that shouldn't grow in certain places, or places that we don't know, that didn't know grass could grow, but then the grass that we're trying to artificially grow isn't working.
London town, shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down,
I love that part with the voice.
blindingly loud, never surrender.
Oh, this like spatial sound. Is that REN on the TV? I love that transition. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys are probably like, man, you paused a ton. I get it, got it, but this is REN Band, and I really want to break it down and really try to dissect the video here. So, but I love right here because we're kind of getting this, he's getting the Vincent, like the Vincent whispers in his ear, as he's kind of just like, you're seeing all these different scenes throughout his life. And to me, this is maybe a simulation of like, you know, you're caught up in the 9 to 5, right? You're just a cog in the wheel, like all these sayings, you know what I'm saying? Where essentially like you're just a piece of the puzzle. Like there's another one, but you get what I'm saying? Like you get so caught in the system that it's like you're done living your life. You're just living this routine every day where it's like, okay, you know, you go to work, you come home from work, you make dinner, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, go to work. And it's like this constant system, or this not never ending cycle that you can't find yourself out of, and you can't escape out of it. And you're so caught up in it, you don't even realize you're in it, because days just pass by and so on like that. And I like that he's kind of portraying that, you know, right here with this character. And I'm not sure if he is Vincent himself, because you're hearing the whispers. So I don't know if it's someone whispering to him and he's playing the role of Vincent, or if he's playing the role still of REN. And you notice he's kind of crashing, it seems like. Sorry, I really don't want to talk about the music either, but it seems like as you're kind of going through more and more scenes, you see that his hair was a little more messy. His appearance seems to be a little more frustrated and irritated and such like that. So almost that he's realizing he's caught up in the system, but maybe he can't find a way out of the system. He can't find a way out of this constant, never-ending wheel that just continuously turns, which is his life, right? And you're seeing that in his facial expressions, his hair, and all that he's the frustration, the people talking in his ear and he's not acknowledging them, right? Now he's drinking, smoking. And you see he's drunk and stumbling. My hope is that he does not drink and drive. I love this old school hip hop beat, bro. Okay, so July 31st, guys. We'll cover a couple just quick things. I think I've gone pretty long on the video, so I don't want to hold you all too long. But anyways, guys, like I said, you kind of saw the spiraling and such like that, and then he's drinking and he's about to leave the bar. My hope is that Vincent's tale does not end up in like a DUI or something like that, or, you know, worst case scenario, which you see far too often, drunk driving, and then you cause an accident, and then you take someone else's life because of your poor decision to drive while intoxicated. And now, you know, we kind of saw the scenes where he's behind bars now and he's got the spotlight on him. Maybe he's having to live with that mistake, and having to live every day knowing that he made that happen. And that's my hope, because I think that that's where this story is going. But we'll find out on July 31st. That's just me kind of guessing and throwing that out there on what I'm seeing. So, but I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate Ren again. Ren, thank you so much for the project, man. I hope you feel better. I hope you get better, man. All of my blessings towards you, prayers towards you. And thank you again for all the content that you continue to provide for us, despite all the obstacles that you continuously overcome, man. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Deuces.